Hello everyone and welcome to our Capstone Project presentation. Today we're excited to introduce CrowdCompass, a crowdsourced travel planning application developed as part of our OSU Senior Software Engineering project. CrowdCompass is designed to help travelers explore and share real travel experiences through community-driven contact. Instead of relying only on commercial travel recommendations, users can discover destinations, experiences, reviews, ratings, photos, and travel insights shared directly by other users. Throughout this presentation, we will walk through the motivation behind the project, some of the key features we developed, our development process, and what we learned throughout the Capstone experience. Here's a quick overview of today's presentation. We will begin with a brief introduction to our project and team, followed by some of the main features of CrowdCompass. Then we will discuss our development process and conclude with reflections and future improvements for the project. First, let's meet the team. My name is Jiayi, and I'm one of the team members behind CrowdCompass. Other members of the team include Huang, Helena Zhao, and Travis Kuenzi, who will each continue presenting different parts of the project later in this presentation. Throughout the project, we collaborated on planning front-end and back-end implementation, testing, debugging, and final integration. Since we worked in an agile-style development environment, responsibilities often shift between different stages of development. Rather than having strictly fixed roles, team members contribute across multiple areas depending on the needs of each sprint and feature. By working together in a full-stack development environment, we were able to strengthen both our technical skills and our collaborative software engineering experience. The vision behind CrowdCompass was to create a more community-driven travel experience where users could share authentic destinations, reviews, and travel insights based on real experiences. Our goal was to design a platform that encourages travelers to explore, connect, and contribute through interaction and user-generated content, rather than relying only on traditional travel recommendations. Throughout the development process, our team worked collaboratively to build functional and interactive full-stack application that combines usability, community engagement, and scalable system design. The platform mainly focused on three core areas: destination discovery, community-driven experiences and reviews, and interactive user engagement through media and shared content.
My focus all this time was building a system that facilitates travelers to share their trips and experiences by posting descriptions and related photos, videos, and geographic locations. In order to accomplish this, I prioritize data reliability to crafting organized TypeScript boundaries. For example, review payloads and review ID. This makes sure that our client-side submission diagrams correspond to our database configurations to eradicate data corruption issues prior to entering the device. Meanwhile, in the backend, I built something that is isolated. It is called Review Service, which can fetch info updates optimally to allow users to utilize the app without having manually refresh browser pages. It works through automatic generation, retrieval, and updates of contents, resources, and system caches. I also emphasize my work on connecting the backend work with the front-end one. User interactions become much more colorful and lively, including our interactive rating scales and submission cards. This is the homepage of our Trip Hive app. Let me show you how to create new experiences. To start, click Create Experience button. Here, you can type the title. In this example, I will choose Walking Around the Oregon's Cracker Lake. Next, you can type the description. In this example, I will choose I walk around the Oregon's Cracker Lake that helped me ease my mind to celebrate the beauty of Oregon. You can choose the location here. In this example, I will search for Cracker Lake. Then a suggestion appears here. You can see that some suggestions appear. Since Cracker Lake is a common name, there are some searches. One is in Oregon, which is the one that I'm going to choose, but there are others in Alaska or even Canada. I click the one in Oregon, and there it appears. The map automatically moves to the Oregon's Crater Lake. Next, you can still consider uploading images here. I will upload an image here. Finally, before posting this experience, I will select text so it could be easily searched by other passionate travelers. I will select a category here, which is, in this case, nature and outdoors. Then it automatically appears. There are some text here. For this example, I will choose forest jungle, hiking, lake lagoon, mountain, scenic viewpoint, and other texts, because these texts are the closest to the Oregon's Crater Lake. Finally, I click the create button, and there goes the experience posted.
Here we have the trips feature where users can create and manage personalized travel itineraries. Each trip stores information such as the trip title, description, and itinerary dates, while also connecting directly to the experiences. Once a user creates a trip, they can add experiences and build a structured travel plan. The application also includes trip ownership, meaning only the user who created the trip can update, delete, or manage the experiences connected to it. And on the back end, the trip and experience relationship is managed through Prisma and PostgreSQL, allowing the experiences to be dynamically linked and removed from specific trips.
And a little more about the development process behind CrowdCompass. So we started with the instructor's idea of a crowdsourced travel planning app, then planned the main user flows we wanted to support, creating experiences, exploring experiences from other users, creating trips, saving interests, and adding experiences to trips. Once those core flows were clear, we built the data model, backend routes, and page structure around those core travel planning experience flows. So during active development, we actually split the work into vertical feature slices so that each team member could own different parts of the app and get the full stack development experience. We also worked to connect the front-end, back-end, database, and deployment pieces so that the features felt integrated instead of isolated. Towards the end of development, we focused more on polish, testing, and stability. We added features like a personalized home feed, trip metadata, and image uploads, while using CI and GitHub Actions with linting builds and targeted unit tests to catch problems earlier. We also spent a fair amount of time manually debugging deployment-specific issues, especially around external services and environment variables. Overall, we followed an agile-style process. We worked in iterations, meeting bi-weekly, reviewing progress, and adjusting priorities as the project became clearer. The final product improved because of this, as we adapted while we learned what was realistic, useful, and most important for the project. The full arc of each of us, our team's fourth year studying computer science. We got to take an idea and build it into a working full stack application, which included planning phases, development, testing, and deployment. One of the biggest areas of growth for each of us was the technical aspect of things. So at the beginning of the year, most of us had little to no familiarity with React, but by the end, we were able to build and refine a complete React front end connected to a back-end database and deployment pipeline. We also learned how to manage scope, make practical trade-offs, and focus on the features that mattered most. From a teamwork perspective, feature ownership helped us divide the work and keep development moving. Our bi-weekly meetings give us a regular space to review progress, identify blockers with each other, and adjust our priorities as development continued. The biggest challenge was bringing the separate pieces together into one polished, consistent product. This really demonstrated to us the importance of communication early and often. While this started as a required OSU course project, our team has had a lot of ideas for future expansion, including better recommendations, stronger maps in geocoding, and social media like shared trip collaboration. And we're really excited about continuing to work on this. So overall, this has been a fantastic learning experience for each of us and showed us the potential this app could have as a real travel planning tool, as well as teaching us some really important career skills along the way.